I have a fair fight when you can just slaughter your enemies, from a distance even. Well, because then you run the risk of hitting your own guys. Okay, guys, welcome back. Now, not too much has, well, not really anything has happened in most of the Empire since last time. Just rebels killed and more black market merchants slaughtered by the secret police. One thing to note, I can't remember if I actually mentioned this in a past episode. I think I did, but maybe I didn't. It turns out I hadn't actually fully eliminated the Persian fleet when I defeated them over at the port of Pella over here. And there was some remnant here, and they actually blockaded Sinope's port here. And so I did have to build up a small fleet to eliminate them, and we're having a tough time fully eliminating them, but that should be done soon, and Macedon can go back to not really having a navy. I swear, I can't remember. Oh, did I mention that in the past episode or not? I don't remember. If I did, then I only spent a moment discussing it, and if I didn't, then now you know. Our generals are marching through, putting down watchtowers as I think I said they would over here. And so now we come to, I guess, what's really important here. Now, I actually decided to have Parmenion besiege Carmana, and he's going to take it this very turn. And the reason I didn't have Alexander do it instead was because I actually discovered that Persepolis actually had the facilities to train and therefore retrain basically any unit in his army, except for, I guess, the companion cavalry. And he also could give, like, or the settlement could give extra armor and weapon bonuses as well. So I decided, even though his casualties weren't actually severe or anything, to just quickly retrain up the army while Parmenion handles the siege at Carmana. So once Parmenion takes the place this turn, Alexander will then leave and start heading north. And then I guess depending on his casualties, Parmenion will then go to Persepolis and start like just spending a couple of turns, maybe getting some extra armor, extra weapons, or extra, I guess, melee damage. No, actually, I think there's actually also, yeah, it can also give extra attack damage to ranged units as well. So I might do that for Parmenion as well. Just a couple of turns, and then he can start heading towards Pura. I guess we'll see how I feel about that. But anyway, that's the one and only battle to fight this turn as well, so let's just go ahead and get right into it. Already have our battering rams. As you can see, not exactly a huge garrison. I mean, it's much larger, I guess, technically speaking, man for man, than like most of the previous battles we've had. It's just that they don't have a variety of units, so there's no javelin throwers of any kind, no archers, no cavalry, I guess, other than the general's bodyguard, which would be chariots or archer chariots. So Parmenion should not have much difficulty taking them out. Okay, guys, welcome to the battle. So as is standard procedure, battering rams are going up to the walls in the gate. The Haspis are standing a little too far away, actually, I think, to properly throw their javelins at guys on the other side of the wall. Let's see, we can have the archers come this far forward, I think. Now, let's see, where are the chariots? Ah, here they come. That is going to hurt.
Our soldiers are at the wall.
Especially when they're all bunched up like this.
Our soldiers have reached the gates with the battering ram.
You know what? Archers, go ahead and fire. I thought the chariots might come around back to our side, but it looks like... Oh, actually, it looks like they might. But just from the other direction. I assume the bodyguard can fire at us quite soon. Because I assume they'll actually fire at the guys that are attacking the walls and the gate rather than us directly, or like the actual archers.
The enemy gate is down! Our battering ram has done its work!
Ooh, that's a really bad idea, you know, guys. You're coming right back within range of the Hippaspis again. The archers are still here firing at you. That's just a very bad idea.
The enemy walls are down. Make sure their soldiers are buried beneath their
Yeah,
ruins.
shaken, I imagine. I think that unit, all these units had over 200 guys when the battle started, and now they don't. Get the general to, or the bodyguard to come forward here. That would be grand, because then we could start shooting at them with our archers. What are you guys doing? Ooh, we might have actually hit our own guys with that. In fact, I think we are ever so slightly hitting our own guys with those some of those volleys, just ever so slightly. I wonder, could we bring the archers forward? I mean, they're pretty close. I think maybe if I just bring my archers forward a little more. Okay, no, we do need to actually get in there. That is fine. There's literally 4 guys left there. Alright, well, charge in there then. Let's see, let's bring these guys forward. We'll let them get pelted a bit by the Hippaspis. Oh, are they coming? For a minute, I thought they were actually going to come out here. Dang, if only those chariots came forward just a little more. All right, here. What we're going to do is grab both of these units now and bring them forward. I imagine the bodyguard is going to fire at them if they haven't already, of course.
Now is the time to press on and capture this place.
And we'll have the archers come on in right behind them. Let's say right about there. Guys are going to take some fire, unfortunately, but help is on the way. Don't worry about it, fellas. Let's see, are these Hippaspis? Okay, they're almost entirely out of ammo, so I don't think we'll be using them for the rest of the battle. Are your spears lowered? Okay, they are. Excellent. Alright, go ahead and fire on bodyguard. See, these guys are already wavering, and actually I think they're even taking some fire from their own guys. We are going to get some direct fire from probably this unit here and maybe a bit of this unit here. For the most part, it is going to be plunging fire, which is a little unfortunate. We are killing a decent number of them, though. Oh, and if they charge forward right into the spears, that would be even better. Right, I thought they were going to charge forward for a minute there, but it looks like, nope, they are not. Okay, come on. I know you guys can form up here because I had you doing it just a bit ago, so like that. I forgot to tell them to go into guard mode, so they were going to chase after the bodyguard, which there's no need to do because they're coming towards us. Just reform. Oh, and actually there's still this guy who's really quite far forward. In fact, I wonder if I should start pushing forward with my hoplites now. Because that guy's close enough that if the archers open fire, I imagine that we'll just hit our own guys a fair bit there. So go ahead and start pushing in. Then we'll have the archers open fire. It'll take the hoplites a bit to get over there. Let's see, there's no one like coming around the sides or doing anything sneaky. Okay, no.
The gods be praised.
Actually, the archers may end up killing them all before the hoplites get there. In fact, oh, that's the last chariot right there. You guys go ahead and stop and form your ranks up right there. Here comes the enemy. Actually, why don't you guys go ahead and open fire? Because I think the way fire at will works is that they actually will stop firing at them once they get too close to my own guys here. So we might have a shot or two land amongst us. Actually, we might have a few shots landing amongst us. Oh no, actually go ahead and open fire again, because now they're running away. We might as well shoot them down as they flee. And it looks like this is all of their forces right here as well. Alright, so hoplites, push forward again. And then stop, because it looks like they're going to come right back towards us again. Might as well have the archers use up their ammo. Oh no, they're retreating. They're retreating. Which is probably wise. Here comes Persian infantry. Alright, let's have Arminion join over here as well. You guys go ahead and stop here. Or continue on as the enemy flees in terror and in retreat. Right, stop there. Right, General, get over here. And then I think I'm going to have the bowmen start lining up here, even though we may not end up using them again in this battle. Whoa, General, where are you going? Your position is behind the hoplites, not through them. And just like that, they start routing again. Wonder if I could use Parmenion then. Because as they rout, obviously he can just immediately eliminate them. Of course, now they're making it back to the center of the settlement, though, so why don't we actually have Parmenion get back over here. And quickly, so that they can reform their phalanx, please. We'll have the archers fire at will again, because they still actually have plenty of ammunition, now that I think about it. And actually, since the enemy is having trouble actually firing or, getting to our position, it means we shouldn't have much in the way of friendly fire either. Actually, you guys can fire at will, and so can you guys. Oh, there we go. And fire at will. I have a fair fight when you can just slaughter your enemies. From a distance, even. Well, because then you run the risk of hitting your own guys. If they bother to stand and fight. So, ooh, we killed a couple of guys. Oh, we killed a few guys now. Ow, ow. Okay, you know what? We killed a few guys with that, actually. Alright, so here's what we're going to do then. They're going to charge out here again. They are going to rout again. So Parmenion is just going to run out here. Or actually, better yet, we'll just have the hoplites go forward. But we will have Parmenion just kind of come on over here. Alright, now go get them, Parmenion. And those guys are just peasants, so it's not like they're anti-cavalry or anything. Alright, Parmenion, get over here. Hoplites, go get those guys. This way, this way, this way. Now, how is it in a perfectly open space where there isn't any, like, obstacles? The pathfinding is still so bad. Alright, now we can just slaughter the peasants without mercy. Here, you guys kill these guys, the Cardaques. This actually could be one of Parmenion's last battles, actually, because he's actually getting a little up there in years. I don't think he'll live to see the end of the Persian Empire, to be frank. There's only a couple of guys left. In fact, I think that guy's the only one. Come on, turn around, stab him. There we go.
This victory is surely their work, not that of mortals like us.
Oh, I don't know. I think Parmenion did an excellent job. Hoplites did well. The archers did well. Hippaspis did well. Everyone did well. You see, this is what I like my casualties to look like. And I guess we have had some good battles recently, too, actually, from a casualty perspective. I can't remember now how many guys Parmenion lost during the Battle of Babylon, but he had such bad circumstances there that even if they were high, like I would understand. Though even in that battle, I don't think he suffered like horrific casualties. I think it was actually pretty good, if I remember correctly. So wait, who did those 23 casualties? Oh, there was all the general's bodyguard. So the Cardaques, the Persian infantry, the peasants, I guess it's not too surprising, but no one did any damage except for the general's bodyguard. Which means, oh dear. We lost, let's see, 34, 36, 38. I think we lost about 50 guys then. And if they only killed 23, that means I must have killed the rest of them with my archers. Oh! See, the archers are so useful, like just having them fire from a distance without having to engage the enemy. But at the same time, I have to be more careful because, I mean, I think, again, I'm pretty sure I killed more of my own guys than the enemy actually did. Let's see, 11, 13, 15, 19, 49. Okay, so it wasn't 50, it was 49. But yeah, that means I slightly, ever so slightly killed more of my own guys than they did, which is never good, even with such small numbers here. But anyway, let's take this back to the campaign map. Ah, now that's more like it. That's the public order I expect from these malcontents amongst the Persians. I shouldn't even have to say what we're going to do to them at this point. It is interesting, I always just barely, like after exterminating them, I only barely have enough. Like if I set the tax rate low to keep them happy, because if you put it up even like just one slot there, they're already rebellious. Alright, but anyway, looks like we'll have to just build... Oh, actually, look, you can actually retrain Phalanges, Hippaspis, and stuff here as well. Just there's no armor or weapon upgrades here, but... Still, the point is that we could still put together more troops if we needed to from this place. Alright, but anyway, that is actually going to be it for now, so I will just bring you guys back as more of interest occurs. Okay, guys, welcome back. So, we have had a bit of a change in government policy. I actually did move the capital to Babylon a little earlier than I was thinking I was going to. And that was simply because I made a mistake in letting the people of Persepolis go without a good culling of the unworthy. The unworthy to live under the great empire of Alexander the Killer. Because yes, he has he has lost his epithet of the great, now he's the killer. A well-earned title considering the bloodshed that we have just the great bloodshed that we have shed just across the lands here. Which, by the way, is very different from the real Alexander the Great. I mean, he did kill lots of Persian soldiers in battle, as well as occasionally locals, but for the most part, like, Alexander would, like, walk up to your city, and as long as you, like, surrendered and said, yes, we'll pay you taxes and stuff, like, all the taxes we used to pay to the Persians will now pay to you, and all the tribute and stuff. Oh, and by the way, here's, you know, just a little gift of gold to sweeten the deal. And Alexander would just, like, move on, like, accept your surrender, even keep, like, the same people in power and stuff. I think at times he would leave, like, Macedonian garrisons, and they would be under their own commanders who didn't answer to, like, the locals or anything, but... like, for the most part, he kind of just left people alone so long as they just, you know, surrendered and said, yeah, you're the new head honcho now. And of course, that has not happened in this campaign, if only because that's not really how Total War works. My Alexander has fought many battles, had to take every city pretty much with a fight. And the only couple that I think he didn't have to were Hatra and Memphis, and that was because their garrisons had abandoned them rather than because the people obligingly surrendered to us. And we've exterminated many a population, so things are not exactly going according to history here. But anyway, how did I get off on that tangent? Oh, right, Persepolis. I made a mistake in not purging them as well, because it was difficult to actually get, I guess, for them to be happy with their current situation and the new overlordship. It turns out the moment Alexander left, they were very unhappy, and a small garrison wouldn't do. So I did move the garrison, or the capital, to Babylon, partially to alleviate that. And I think I'm in a good position now where on the next turn we actually can leave. And yes, I am having Parmenion retrain up his troops, since we kind of needed a lot of troops to remain behind anyways, just to keep public order in check. But I do think we will be able to leave now, or not now, but by next turn. Anyway, moving the capital there did have some negative consequences across the empire. We did have to lower taxes and train up some additional peasants for the various garrisons. And we did have a slight bit of rioting here at Epidamnus, but only a slight bit of rioting. We lost 12 peasants. Very unfortunate. No buildings were damaged, but anyway, the point is that the rebellions are being dealt with, as are the public order issues. Now, Alexander is up here at Tabae, Parthia, And here's his backup army, so we should be able to take it this turn and then have him move on to Ekbatna, which looks like it's going to be a much more significant fight, both in terms of the size of the garrison, as well as they appear to actually have stone walls there. Still not a huge variety of troops, though. Just a couple of peltists, and then the rest are spearmen. Oh, in fact, that means... Oh, they don't have a general. Ah, that's unusual. I think most settlements we fight these days have... Even if they only have one unit, that unit is at least a general. Or in the case of Persepolis, a heavy Bactrian cavalry unit. I would have preferred if they had had a general there. All right, but anyway, Alexander is ready to take Tabae. And as you can see, they have a general and peltist unit and a couple of spearmen and some peasants. So let's just get right into the battle and take care of them. Okay, guys, welcome to the battle. Battering rams and Hippaspis forward with archers following behind. Let's see, do we have... Those are not the peltists. Okay, there's the general's bodyguard, and I believe the peltists... Wait, no, maybe I didn't see them. Ah, here they are. Alright, so they're going to guard the center of the settlement, and that's a little unfortunate, because it means they're one of the last units we would end up fighting. Which means they'll probably be a little more intact once they get to the end there.
Our soldiers are at the walls. Now they must batter a way through.
Alright, and we'll take out some of those Kardakes. At least the general looks like he's going to hang out here just like they did at... Oh, what was the last settlement I just took? I've already forgotten its name. Whatever it was, it looks like we'll be able to do kind of the same thing where we have a hoplite unit kind of hold the street while the archers pepper the general's bodyguard, and in turn are peppered by the bodyguard. Indeed, it looks like they're not going to send their units to the walls. At least not yet. I imagine maybe once we break down like the gate or a piece of wall, they may charge forward and have javelins thrown in their faces again. He says, as the enemy comes forward to have javelins thrown in their faces. And they are set to fire at will.
The gods have smiled on us today. The walls are broken. Our troops should be ordered forward.
Now, in a past episode, I observed that my units were able to throw their javelins through the wall to hit enemies, but that doesn't seem to be a regular occurrence. Usually they do try to throw them over the wall. Some of them do seem to be clipping the edge of the wall from time to time, but like I consider that, very minor. But there was that one battle, I can't remember which episode it was in now, or even which battle it was, but like they were literally just throwing them right through the wall. Like the and I don't mean like barely just kind of clipping the top. I mean like just throwing them like just directly through like the middle of the wall. All right, we'll let our Hippaspis throw their remaining ammunition since the enemy is obligingly coming right into range. And bunching up so that the casualties are maximized. Right, they're out of ammo. They're out of ammo. They've got, like, maybe a throw left. All right, let's have this phalanx unit get in here, then. Actually, where's the rest of them? All right. You guys get over here. Oh, and the Hippaspis are out of ammunition, so we shouldn't need them anymore during the battle, so why don't you just kind of march back here. Have the archers step forward, since we will need them, I'm sure. All right, we'll have this pikeman unit step forward. And then we'll have the archers step forward as well. Let's see, like right there should do it. They're going to take some shots from... Oh.
Our soldiers have captured the walls. Now is the time to press on and capture this place.
And there they go. Fleeing in retreat. All right, go ahead and form your ranks over there. The archers are pouring in. All right, archers, you may open fire. Or we take too many casualties among the phalangists. You see, this is almost a disadvantage, these chariots, because my archers are going to fire at the entirety of the unit, which I think means technically they're firing like even into like the center of the settlement. I could be wrong about that. Let's sit here for a moment. Oh, we should also put these guys in guard mode so that they don't try to leave their positions. Or no, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they will only fire at chariots that are kind of within their range. Which is a little unfortunate because it means having like this one guy like standing forward on his own means that they can kind of get away with not firing at... You see, because if I open fire right now, I assume my archers will basically target this guy here. And they'll probably hit plenty of my own guys then. We don't want that. You know what? Just go ahead and open fire and let's see. Because, I mean, there are plenty of guys behind him as well, so maybe they'll just fire directly over the heads of my guys here. Oh, yeah, they are firing nicely over the heads of the phalangists. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, there are the Peltas. I was a little worried because, of course, they're the other ranged unit that we'll need to worry at least somewhat about. Oh, there's the general himself. Right, the general is losing his bodyguard bit by bit, but it is taking a bit. Maybe I should have the phalangists step forward. Oh, and the archers have stopped firing. Well, I guess that's fine. Now here goes the general.
The enemy general is dead. His men know their doom approaches.
Yes, I imagine they do know that their doom approaches. Those are the peasants. Oh, here come the Peltas. Phalangists, stop where you are. The moment those Peltas come within range, you want the archers to fire at them. Open fire. Oh, the Peltas are still charging forward. You know what? Archers, actually fire at the general's bodyguard instead. Otherwise, you're just going to hit my own guys. And we might as well have the Peltas get killed by the phalangists. Alright, now you can fire at the Peltas instead. They are taking their time trying to retreat, and so we can use this as an opportunity to shoot them as they go. Oh, that chariot died. Or wait, did that chariot die as I was watching, or was that this guy and I just kind of missed him? All right, well, anyway. Let's go ahead and have the pikemen move forward, and let's bring in Alexander. Then we'll have the archers follow behind him. Oh, actually, Peltis. Alexander, I want you to actually go around instead. Or, nope. Looks like the Peltis are kind of coming back, so I guess we might as well have my guys continue onward. Great. Come on, Alexander, hurry it up. We need the archers to provide support for the phalangists here. Right. Alexander, get over here and attack those Peltis. They are going to cause some casualties amongst the phalangists big time. Unless we just immediately stop them. Alright, you guys, stop where you are. Right, shift the phalanx, and of course the moment I do that, they decide to charge. Alright, well I don't think we took too many casualties in that. And we did manage to intercept basically all of the Peltis. There's maybe a couple of them in there, but it's fine. In fact, actually, there's only like peasants and stuff left, so we can have Alexander's bodyguard just kind of sweep in here and start finishing them off. Oh, there's Alexander himself. Oh. I actually didn't think they would all die on the charge like that, but okay, that works. That certainly works. All right, excellent. See, this is what I wanted to see. The enemy inflicted 29 casualties, and that's how many we lost, so I didn't kill any of my own guys this time. Excellent. And casualty figures were more or less what I think they were in the last battle, too. Around 30 guys for us. Actually, technically, it was around 50 guys if you included the casualties that I inflicted on myself. I think it was around 1,200. It might have been like 1,300 or 1,400 or something, but close enough. The Hypaspis actually did even more damage than the archers this time, and by quite a bit. But to be fair, the enemy were practically throwing themselves at the Hypaspis. I didn't have the archers firing while they were outside of the settlement anyways. Phalangists did well. Alexander did well in intercepting like the Peltis and stuff. So yes, excellent. Let's take this back to the campaign map. Yeah, you're happy to see us. Nonsense. I will not be fooled again. You smile at me while I'm here, but the moment Alexander turns his back, there will be rebellion. Well, not this time. Not this time. Alright, but anyway, that was all the battles I had to show you for this turn, so I will just bring you guys back as more of interest occurs.